Hello everybody, I am a guy with a yo-yo. Today's throw is the Dunk by Jake Bullock. Since this is his signature yo-yo, that means today will be a
player profile.
We'll dig into who Jake Bullock is, what he's about, and how he ended up making two of the most buzzed about yo-yos of 2020. We have a lot to talk about today, so let's get into it. To get a good handle on where this throw came from, first, let's dive into Jake Bullock and see what he's all about. Jake Bullock's story starts where all great things in life do, an online message board. In 2003, while looking for tips to become a better Astrojacks player, Jake saw pictures of someone with a yo-yo. Drawn in by the siren's call of throwing, he immediately abandoned Astrojacks and reached out to the forum user to find out where he could get something like it. That throw ended up being a Duncan throw monkey. As fate would have it, the person that helped Jake was Brian Koski. They would later partner some years down the line as teammates for Anti-Yo. After some early success at competitions, Jake landed a sponsorship from Anti-Yo. Joining the team was a life-changing event for Jake, and it gave him the opportunity to travel and visit places he had never seen before. Drew Tetz, Yuki Spencer, and John Robb are all influences on Jake's throwing style. Outside of yo-yos, Jake is an outdoor enthusiast and abstract artist. When reflecting on his favorite freestyles, he has a special place in his heart for his Aquios video and some other pieces he did around 2006 and 2007. Never conforming to just one shape or style, he switches from 1A and 5A constantly and rarely looks at the specs of a yo-yo before he uses it. Recently, outside of the original and Slim Dunk, the throws he has used the most are the Kappa by Throw Spiral and the Eats It by Anti-Yo. After throwing for over a decade, I wonder what made now the right time for Jake to release a yo-yo. As it turns out, it wasn't his first time he had his sights set on a signature throw. Back before Anti-Yo closed its doors, a signature yo-yo for Jake was in the works. Unfortunately, that project was never to see the light of day. Lucky for us, the Dunk worked out a lot differently. We're going to pause our story here for today, but keep an eye out for part 2 of this video when we see how the production of the Dunk came together and the rest of Jake's story so far. The Dunk is a 6061 aluminum monometal. It weighs in at 64.1 grams, which is a very nice weight for this throw. The diameter on it is 54.3 millimeters. The profile width is 45 millimeters, which is a little bit wide for this size throw. Normally you would see something closer to the 44 or the 44.5 range, but it feels nice on the Dunk, and it was also designed with 5A in mind. So usually 5A yo-yos tend to be a little bit wider for that extra stability. This yo-yo does have a inner thumb grind lip. You can't really see it just because of the way it's designed, but it definitely is there. It locks in nicely for finger spin space here on this cup. It has a really nice bead blast finish on it, which it looks great in all of the colors, and it also spins for quite a long time. The weighting on this yo-yo, it has a decent amount of rim weight, but it also has some solid middle weighting as well, so it picks up some speed if you really try. The string I used on it is just a standard kitty string. It's pretty basic, pretty straightforward. Overall, I just really appreciate the vivid colors on this. A lot of times the colors don't come through, or they don't look as clear in person as they do on the website, but I think it's the opposite for the Dunk. It just looks absolutely ridiculous, and there's a huge variety of colors to pick from based on your preferences. For our comparison segment, we have the Pyro X, the Dunk, and the Rain City Skills Convoy. I picked these three all because they are a little bit wider than what the standard yo-yo I'm used to is, but they all play completely differently. This is just so you can get a visual comparison as far as what they look like next to each other. And of course, all these yo-yos play significantly differently, but this is just so you can get an idea of what they look like next to some throws that you might already own. In closing, the Dunk Original is very interesting. It's nice that it's a 1A and a 5A yo-yo. I don't play 5A myself, but I do really enjoy it for 1A. The weight distribution, the features, the colors, and the price point really make this a very attractive yo-yo. This is a two-part video, so make sure you come back for the rest of Jake's story so far, along with a deep dive into the Slim Dunk and what it's about. I really appreciate Jake for sharing his story so far with us, along with being really flexible and making sure that he put out some yo-yos with the idea of getting them directly into people's hands with a very, very affordable price point. Question of the day for you: what's your favorite style of yo-yoing? Do you usually just play single A, double A, 3A, 4A, 5A, off string, or even 6A? Let me know in the comments below. Links to everything we talked about today are in the description, along with some other cool stuff you might want to check out. Stay to the very end of the video for more content that you may enjoy. I really appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and share this video. It helps us to continue to grow. Until next time, later days.